Hi everyone. In this video, I will be showing you how to add foreign key constraint to an existing column of a table in MySQL. So let's get started. So as you can see here, this is my database and I'm currently having two tables over here. So first let me just go and create my database. Yeah, that's fine, and I will use that particular database. So here I am having two tables. One is subject, another one is student. The subject table has the subject ID and the name of the subject, and the student table has the student ID, and this is the name of the particular student. So now I'm going to add this subject ID as a foreign key to this particular student table. So the first thing what you need to do is you need to add this subject ID as a column to this particular table. So let me just now create both these tables at first. I will just create this as well. Yeah, so that's done. First thing, you need to add this particular column to our student table. So for adding it, it's going to be alter table, the table name that you want to add a column. So here it is student. So I will just type students. I need to type add column. I need to type the column name. I will go with subject ID. I need to specify the data type. I will go with int, right? So let me just now run this particular code. Yeah, green mark. So if I just now go and do select asterisk from students, so I'm having three columns now. So now let's just go and write the query to add our foreign key constraint. All right, so let me just now again run this because this should go. Yeah, that's gone. So for adding a constraint to an existing table, we'll be using the same alter table. All right, so it's going to be alter table, and I'm going to add a foreign key to this particular students table, right? So we need to specify this name, not this subject's name. We need to go with students. So I will just go alter table students, and I need to do add constraint. I need to specify the constraint name. Let me go with adding, I will go with adding foreign key, something like that. You can just type whatever you want. Just have it something meaningful, some name meaningful. All right. Add constraint name. Next is going to be foreign key, and here you need to specify the column that is present in the students table. All right, so for me I want this particular table to be referenced by this subject ID over here. So we will be referencing this particular column that I have added recently to the students table. Okay, so I will just go with subject ID. So to come over here within bracket, you need to just paste the name of the column, and now we need to add references. All right, so it's going to be references. I'm going to reference this particular column with the column in subject. All right, so this sub ID, this is going to be referenced by this particular column present in subjects table. So for this you need to just type the table name, okay, subjects, which is subjects in my case. I will just copy this, and within brackets that particular column sub ID. So it's going to be sub ID over here, and that's it. This is basically the code. So if I just now run it, so here you can see I'm getting a green mark. And now if I just go to description of students, all right, this code command just basically gives a description of our table. So if I just now run it, so if I just now expand it, so here you can see for subject ID I'm having this null, which means that it's like a foreign key. All right, so that means that our constraint has been successfully added. So now let's just go and insert some data. All right, so first let me go and insert some data in the subjects table. So it's going to be insert into subjects values. Let me go with, so it's ID as 1, and I will go with subject name as M for max, something like that. And let me just now insert this. Yeah, I think it's inserted. Let me go with 5 for science, and let me just now run this as well. So it's also getting inserted. So if I do select command, select asterisk from subjects, here you can see we are having the 1 and 5, so that is fine, I guess. So now let's again go and insert some values to our this table, students table. All right, so it's going to be the same thing. I'm just copying it and I'm just pasting it. So it's going to be students, and first is the student ID. Let me go with 100, and I will go with Kumar, something like that. And final thing, the subject ID. All right, we have added a new column, subject ID. So I will go with 5 and 1 are the subject IDs that are present over here. So here we are having 1 and 5. So I will go with 5. That is fine. So if I just now run this, it will be getting inserted. And let's suppose say that if I'm giving some other value, so I will go with, this will be 10, and if I go with John, and if I go with some other value, okay, because in our subjects table we are having sub IDs as 1 and 5. So what if I gave over here 10? That particular subject ID isn't even present. If I just now run this, I'll be getting an error. So here you can see cannot add or update a child row, a foreign key constraint. So we can only add the IDs that are present in our subjects. So here you can see we're having 1 and 5. So if I just now change this to 1 and run it, and this time we won't be getting an error and the value has been inserted. So if I do select asterisk from students, here you can see the value 1 has been now inserted. So this is basically how you can add a foreign key constraint to an existing column in MySQL, and I hope you have found this video useful. I've also done many other videos in MySQL, SQL queries, C, C++, Java, Python, Node.js, React.js, MongoDB. So do check out the videos of my channel, subscribe me. Thanks for watching.